Hello everyone, this is Jess from J Rose Alchemic Art and welcome back to another video. In this one I am actually going to be finishing prep and packing and getting everything ready for my next event, which was Anime-Aki-Con. So we'll also be going through like kind of how the days went, what were the best sellers, things like that of that nature. So if you are at all interested in that, sorry, Prince is also hopping around here in the office. If you're at all interested in that, make sure that you stick along and find out what happens. Hello everyone. I figured I would come on very briefly here to chat about my prep work that has been happening for Anime-Aki-Con, my next event, or kind of lack thereof as far as prep work goes. I unfortunately have been having to work my full-time job. I'm really tired, and then ended up that time of the month came and I just wanted to rot and not do anything to prepare, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. The only things that I have done are I've made a couple new little clay pieces, including some keychains, but I really was hoping to make a couple more things, so I might end up doing that tonight. We'll see. It's the night before the event, usually how it goes. At the very least, I'm glad that I like over-prepared for my earlier show when I did Nightmare Weekend back in May. And yeah, like I have an abundance of stickers, so I'm still doing okay on that. I really don't need to make any more. Other than I have a couple new sticker designs of things that I have made for some of the October art challenges that I've done. And I would really think that those would be some fun sticker ideas. So I'm actually going to try and get some of those done like very briefly before tomorrow's show. Oh, sorry if you can see Prince in the background. So yeah, I think I'm gonna work on that very briefly. I will see how much I can get done as far as like some new clay keychains. And then otherwise it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And hopefully we're all set and ready for the show. So here we go to get started. So I didn't show too much of the process, but I did end up finishing my little pumpkin horseman stickers, and I think that they're really adorable. I am probably gonna actually like add the vinyl sticker paper to this tomorrow morning. Probably more so like when I'm actually at the show, because that's just gonna take up some extra time that I would rather use to like maybe sculpt something last minute, but at the same time I'm like, oh, it's already almost 1 AM and I have to probably be up at like 6:30-ish. So that way I have enough time to actually like set up for the show tomorrow. So yeah, I think that I might just call it here and just go ahead and try to go to bed now. I was gonna say it's unfortunate. I really should have tried to put more time into prepping for the show. But I do feel like mostly ready, and I think I have enough things. I just wish I had like a couple more like clay keychains. So if that's the only thing that's holding me back, then maybe when I come home after the show, or I could bring some stuff to sculpt with me, I can prep a lot of things and then hopefully have it ready for Sunday. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot more complications of like fighting and stuff like that. Okay. Literally so much space back here though. Hello everyone. So I did want to come on very briefly. It is like almost 5 a.m. in the morning. I pretty much came home right after the event was over. We still have today left, but came home, had a little bit of dinner, and like pretty much just passed out. I was so exhausted, and I actually sold like quite a few clay things, which is very exciting, but I was just like, I really should, you know, make a bunch of new stuff and everything for today to be ready. But no, sleep is more important right now, so I just, yeah, fell asleep. I did set my alarm though for like 4, so I can maybe, hopefully, like try and work on a couple of things before I actually, you know, get ready for this morning. But I did want to go over, yeah, like, I think we sold 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, about 9 of the like regular sized clay minis and things. A couple of mystery bags, clay mini mystery bags. Those were kind of like the bigger purchases, which I was so appreciative of, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for everyone who ever shops with my booth, and especially with my original art like that. I really hope that I have been like improving on my clay skills, and I think that people have noticed that, hopefully. But it really warms my heart, especially I think now that it actually is October and 'tis the season to get spooky art. People are very appreciative of seeing like a spooky art booth at an anime convention, so thank you guys for that. I really do appreciate it. But also, just in general, this event has been like so much fun, and all the people are so sweet. I have 2 like super awesome neighbors that are right next to me, obviously. I'm in a inline booth, and yeah, both of them are so sweet. And then just the event organizers in general, everyone has been really kind. There was like one brief incident with someone who was, I'm not sure if they were either drunk or high. I think they just kind of wandered in off the streets, and unfortunately like the event organizers did have to kind of help to escort him out, but it was fine. Thankfully I think everyone was okay, but just kind of an unfortunate incident. This is still like a very small event itself. This is actually only the 2nd year that they've been running it, so it's really kind of heartwarming to think how, you know, all these people have come together to put on such a fun event for like all of the attendees. They've been checking in with the artists. They've been making sure to like, hey, like if you need to go take a break, or we have water here for you guys if you need it. Yeah, everyone has just been so sweet. So I will share more about some of my thoughts and everything at like the end of the video, but I figured I would come on very briefly and just talk about like how the first day went. So we're gonna hopefully next time I see you be ready for the 2nd day, and hopefully have some new clay things so I'm actually ready for the day. Putting a sticker on the sheet. Time to start packing. So yes, Anime AkiCon has officially ended, and honestly, it was a really great time. There were Prince finally made it up on the desk here. So I had a really good time. All of the attendees were super sweet, and as per usual, I have been running the show solo. So sometimes I do happen to have like a family member or my husband or someone that comes along and helps to, you know, sit at the table if I want to go wander or use the bathroom or whatever. But for the most part, I was solo. So I have gotten a lot more used to that, and I can appreciate all those people that come by themselves and set up everything themselves and do things like that. But I am realizing that it's nice when you are kind of next to a bunch of people that kind of like collectively watch over your table. And honestly, I ended up becoming good friends, I think, with the people that were sitting next to me. They were all very nice. So yeah, overall, I think that this was a great weekend. We had great attendees, great artists and vendors, and then a great staff that also helped to run the show. So I have my little list here that I will be going over. First off, pros. Great staff. Like, they were always checking in, seeing if anyone needed anything, needed to run to the bathroom, wanted to grab candy because it was like right before Halloween as well, which was really fun. And then making sure they were also like asking if they could buy stickers so that they could put it on the anime Aki board, which was so sweet. They were always willing to listen to feedback too. So like, even after the show was over, they were asking like, hey, like, how was it? Was there anything that we could have done differently? You know, did you have a good time? Did you make your fees back and everything? So yeah, they were honestly a really great staff. And then they've also sent out feedback forms as well. So for any of the artists, the attendees itself, they also emailed everyone like, hey, you know, we're hope to come back next year. What can we do to continue to improve the show to make it even greater? So I think that's really awesome, and especially for, I think all of the event organizers themselves have been, you know, part of the anime convention scene for quite a while, either as attendees themselves or been a part of like volunteering or even, you know, helping to run other shows. So it really does show that they have a deep level of commitment and love for conventions in general. That's kind of nice as compared to like some other bigger events that I have either attended myself or that others have told me about. So it really does make a difference to, you know, kind of feel that love from people who are putting together the event itself. There was also super nice water like right outside of the room, so if anyone needed to like go and grab some ice water or something, there was just like a little water jug, you know, right there, so you can just fill up and then go back in. And then obviously the AkiCon sticker board. I really had a lot of fun with that. I love seeing everyone's art and like, you know, kind of being able to walk around. And then I also put up my own sticker. And then I realized that someone else had also put a sticker of mine up there. So that was just super fun. The attendees were also super nice. I always love chatting with people about like our collective love of a certain, you know, anime or game or something like that, as well as like just my own ghost art in general. Really makes me feel loved that people love my art enough to actually buy it and want to take it home. So always, you know, makes me feel quite good. And obviously we talked about spooky season as it was approaching. Anime AkiCon was, I believe, the 23rd and 24th, so literally the weekend before Halloween. So great timing for, you know, a spooky artist like me. And we also chatted about ghost cats. That was a big hit at this event, actually. I love that everyone loved cats, but that they especially loved Midnight, so that was very fun. And then just the clay friends in general. We talked about, you know, how I made everything, using polymer clay, what I baked with, how I, you know, actually hand sculpted all these little pieces. So people were just so sweet, and it really made me feel appreciated, and I had a good time. Everyone also like commented on the little boxes that I had brought for all my clay packaging as well. So that was kind of fun to have that little recognition of, oh yeah, like you're actually putting the, you know, clay piece into a box for me and like wrapping it up. It kind of feels like a present. For one, it's nice for me because I know that it's pretty much going to be secure until it gets to its, you know, next home. But yeah, just kind of something fun that I really enjoyed. And I hope that people, it seemed like a lot of people appreciated it, so I appreciate that. As far as the best sellers go, really it was a lot of clay friends and a lot of stickers. I think overall I sold I want to say like 9 clay friends that first day, which is amazing for me. And I am very grateful for all those people that, you know, they love my little creation so much they wanted to bring them home. But yeah, I ended up sculpting like a couple more just so my like setup was not so empty and everything. And a couple of those sold as well on the second day, but it did kind of slow down quite a bit on Sunday. So very busy Saturday. Kind of dropped off around like 2 to 3 p.m. I want to say, and then kind of picked back up again. Like I think they were having some events and like the cosplay parade and things like that. But then picked up a little bit again. Sunday was, for the most part, it was still a good day, but yeah, it did kind of slow down quite a bit around 1 to 2 p.m. I think people that had come from out of town and everything wanted to head back and everything, so totally understandable. Still had a good time. I'm not complaining. And I did actually manage to sell my first washi tape, so that was super exciting. And I had a couple of people comment on it, which I was kind of happy about because I wasn't sure how well it would be. Whenever you try out a new product, you're always kind of wondering how receptive people will be to it, if they'll even like it or not. But I did manage to sell one Midnight the Ghost Cat washi tape, so very exciting. And stickers were also very popular. They're always usually very popular, but it's still nice when I, you know, can sell quite a few stickers. And I did manage to sell another sticker book, so I think I only have one left, which is very cool. And I am not sure. I might end up changing the design on the next sticker book, or maybe I'll just kind of stop selling them in general. I'm really not 100% sure, but if you guys are interested at all, I should say, in either me designing a new sticker book and bringing back the old one and, you know, keeping it around on my online shop, please do let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. And then I also sold my first keycap. I had made those keycaps like definitely over a year ago, probably. Granted, it was my first attempt at it. I kind of wanted to see how it would go. And then I realized most people just have laptops and they don't necessarily have a mechanical keyboard, which is totally fine. So I had always had people comment on it, but I did finally manage to sell my first one. Which is very exciting. It was a little mini graveyard scene with the little glow-in-the-dark ghost, and there's a pumpkin on it as well, so made me happy. I'm glad that someone loved it enough to bring it home. As far as my worst sellers, as per usual, it is still my prints. I think I sold maybe, you know, definitely under 5, which is not that big of a deal. I'm not super surprised. They don't usually move too often, and I'm always very pleased when someone actually does buy them, so I'm happy that I did sell some. But yeah, at the same time, I'm not super surprised. I think it's more so they're the postcard size, so like a 4x6 art print, and while they are good quality, I love the designs on them and everything. I just think that most people, you know, they either don't have the space in their house, have too many art prints. There is better art out there as well. I like my art, but I know that I'm always continuously improving, so even just looking back on some of that old art on those art prints, I'm like, I could probably do it better now. So I definitely think when I sell out of some of those art prints itself, I will probably not restock them. I possibly am thinking about moving into like a zine or something like that, just trying something different, because I really like the idea of having my art told in like a cohesive story. So from any October art challenges that I've done in the past, especially the Once Upon a Haunted Forest, that actually those illustrations all had a particular story attached to each one, and I think that would just be super fun to like kind of combine it all together and make it into a zine that is also available. So I don't know, if I ever consider that, or maybe like a little comic or things like that with my ghost characters, let me know if you guys are interested, I suppose. Now, the other nice thing is that I really love the anime Akikon badge. I still have mine up here, so very cute. I love the little mascot characters here as well. And then on the back, super nice, they do have the schedule, we have the policies obviously, and then yeah, just the actual hours itself, which is very nice because you never know for sure sometimes on like when the hours are supposed to be for an event, and you're like, well, I think it's done at this time, and then you have to go back to the email and like double check and dig through everything, and they're like, oh no, actually it's way later than that, whoops. That's what I always do. So it is nice when it's actually on the badge. Plus, I feel like for most of the shows I've not done, you know, a whole lot of like big anime shows or conventions, but this is kind of nice when I get my own badge as like an artist. It's super fun. But I'm also keeping all my badges, so that's another story. The only like weird kind of off thing was that there was like one person that I think just kind of wandered in off the streets and just made their way into the show and into the artist alley room, and I'm not sure. I think that they were either sick or something was off. So either way, they did actually have to have like some of the staff members come in, and I think another, like a husband of one of the artists, like kind of helped to escort him out of the room and, you know, out of the convention itself. So hopefully everyone was fine, obviously. Hopefully that man was okay too, but it was just kind of like, oh, hello. But ended up all being fine. So otherwise, everything was great, honestly. Good sales, like immaculate vibes, I will say. Like everything was great. Such sweet people, and I would absolutely love to do this show again. So hopefully they take me back next year. But yeah, that was my personal experience at Anime Akicon. I hope that, again, we can attend again next year. I also have my next show upcoming the following weekend. Well, no, 2 weekends later. And that is going to be QuadCon. So, hopeful for that, and hopefully we'll also have a good time there. So if you are at all interested in my artist experience, online shop, clay friend making / art designing, anything like that at all, please make sure to follow along and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to end the vlog here. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.